Welcome to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the show that brings you man-on-the-street interviews, celebrity guests, groundbreaking research, and heartwarming stories about the reasons we smile. Our show is also known as everything you've always wanted to know about dentistry, but were too numb to ask. Hello, I'm General Dentist Dr. Kvitko, and thank you for joining me today.
The following views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of this station, its staff, management, or parent company. To hear a replay of this show or one of the great shows that previously aired, log on to thereasonswesmile.com or iTunes, keyword Dr. Kvitko or The Reasons We Smile. Listeners should not use Dr. Kvitko's comments and advice in place of an actual dental exam.
Brighten your life with a smile that shows the professional touch of Dr. Kvitko.
Time now for The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Call 459-9769 to discuss your dental issues. Now, here's your host, Dr. Kvitko.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Reasons We Smile. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is episode number 512. I think it's going to be a great show. In the studio with me is Dwight Smith. He is the CEO and president of Sophisticated Systems and founder of a charity or a nonprofit called My Special Word. We're going to bring Dwight on the show in just a second. Before we get started, let me remind you, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, it's at Dr. Kvitko. And if you would please go to my office Facebook page and like us, that would be awesome. We'd really appreciate it. The website is Dr. Kvitko and Associates. All right. So, as I mentioned, I have Mr. Dwight Smith, the CEO of Sophisticated Systems. He was born in Springfield, Ohio. He is a double grad of The Ohio State University, which means undergrad and graduate school. He worked at IBM, started Sophisticated Systems, an IT consulting company in 1980, which, by the way, is when I graduated from dental school. And so we've been doing this about the same length of time. He believes in giving back, especially for children. And he started the Thanks Be to God Foundation, which also supported children around the world. He founded My Special Word 3 years ago, which we're going to talk about. He is a Christian and a mama's boy. Said he's proud to say that. And let's see, married to Renee. They live in New Albany. And we'll probably talk a little bit more about you as the show goes on. But let me just welcome you to the show.
Well, thank you. It's so good to be here.
I really appreciate you being here with me and getting up early in the morning. As you know, it's bright. It's not really sunny yet. It's actually kind of dark still. But it will be. It will be. So, yes. So tell me, we met at a Rotary function. And you were talking about My Special Word, and it took me a little bit to kind of grasp what the purpose of it is and how you plan on using this. And so I have it now, by the way, but I'm going to need you to help explain to my listeners, just what is My Special Word.
So My Special Word is a program for children that encourages positive self-awareness, self-esteem, and personal accountability.
Okay.
And I think that words are very impactful, both negative words and positive words. So we're encouraging children to think a lot about who they are.
And that reminds me of a conversation we had that morning, which was that very morning, I was writing an email to a staff member, and I started off the email as, don't forget to do blah, blah, blah. And I looked at that and I thought, that's pretty negative. We start off a paragraph with the word don't. It assumes that I thought they were going to forget. Maybe they weren't going to forget. And you don't want to start off with a negative word, right? So I changed it, this is before we met, to read, please remember to do blah, blah, blah. It's a difference, right?
Very much so. So it speaks to the impact of words.
Yes.
And how we use our words.
So how did you become aware of how important that is in your being a CEO or motivating people or what?
We use words to communicate. And
right.
So I've just always believed that we need to be sensitive to the words that we use, how we speak and how we communicate with others, and also how we speak and talk about ourselves and describe the people that we are.
So how would you describe yourself today that maybe you would have described yourself differently, 30 years ago? And I don't mean the gray hairs, that kind of stuff. I just mean, is it you want to explain who you are and not sound boastful? You want to explain who you are and even sound humble? I mean, what would be the difference? What would I be looking to do?
So I am, and you mentioned earlier, and thank you for sharing that, I'm a very committed Christian, very loving mama's boy, and that really drives my behavior. So I want to do things and behave in a fashion as a servant leader, to give back, to be humble, to be respectful, and I think maybe that's come over the years with a stronger faith and more maturity. But
Okay.
at this point in time, it is all about giving back and uplifting and inspiring others.
Interesting. Okay. And the kids really like this. Now, you've written a book. It's called My Special Word by Dwight Smith with Allison Green Myers and illustrated by Beth Bogert. Is that how you say it, Bogert?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to hold it up. Why don't you hold it up because it's easier from your camera. Okay, there we go. I can see mine gets really big. There you go. Okay, you can see the whole book and the picture on there. So how did this come about and why did this come about?
So we started the My Special Word program, and may I share a little bit about
Sure.
what that program is, and then tell the story about the book.
Uh-huh.
So the program is we are chatting with children and asking children 4 questions. Who are you? What word or words would you use to describe the person you are or you aspire to be?
Okay.
First question. Second question, why did you pick that word? Third question, how are you living that out? And fourth question, what can I do? What can we do to help you in that journey to become the person that you aspire to be? So as that concept took off and more organizations started to implement that, someone said, you must tell the story. So I drafted a book. I am not a writer, and sent it to a friend of mine at Highlights for Children, who is wonderful organization. He sent it to his cousin, Allison, and she said, I love the concept. I love children. I'll take it from here.
So your friend's cousin is the artist.
Yes, she and drove
no.
the writing of the book,
Oh,
Allison.
by-
And in fact, she's working on book number 3 now as we speak.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's really neat. When did you become aware of the need for children to have the self-awareness and determine who they are and why they are that person and who they want to become?
well, I've always had that feeling because I love children. I want to interact with children, and I want to sincerely get to know who they are, to start that conversation. And what better way to do that than to say, tell me a little bit about yourself. And if you think about words, we give children words. You're on a team. Our word is pride. Our word is victory.
Oh, yeah.
But rather than give a child a word, why not ask that child to pick their word so they can explain and describe to us who they are? And that comes with great ownership and accountability.
So give me an example of some of the words that children tell you is their special word.
Oh, wonderful. And by the way,
Is wonderful one of them? No, I'm just kidding.
But you know what? I've never had a child tell me a negative word.
Wow.
Never, ever. They talk about family and friend and love and giving and creative and beautiful. And then sometimes they'll surprise you. You'll be talking to a child in the 2nd grade, and I'll say, what's your special word? And they'll say, innovation.
Oh.
And I go, wow.
So they change, their word changes as they develop, as their mind develops.
Or they all have their own special words. And they love to tell their story.
Tell me about your special word.
So my special word, and I've had it for over a decade, is sold. S-O-L-D.
Okay.
And the theory is we are all sold out to something. And when you're sold out, you are completely committed.
Okay.
And I never hide this. I'm sold out to Christ.
Okay.
The S stands for silence because it speaks to the power of words to lift up, but also to tear down. And I say often to the adults, I think it's true, that we've all written an email, saved it as a draft, pulled it up the next day, and said, I'm glad I didn't
Send that one.
The O stands for obedience.
Okay.
And, people often say that if you're obedient, you're weak and you're submissive. That is not true. If I'm obedient, it's because I believe that you love me and that I trust you and you have my best interest at heart. So there's the O. The L is for leverage. To whom much is given, much is required. What do we do with the blessings that we have? And the D is discipline, to do the right thing the right way every day.
Awesome.
So for the last decade, every night when I go to bed, I ask myself, did I live out my special word today?
Very cool. Very cool. And you want the children to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, now, since you came and spoke to us, and I decided what my word would be, and I'm going to tell you. My word is smile. Now, you'd expect that probably, being a dentist.
Yes.
And by the way, words can be acronyms, or they don't have to be an acronym, correct?
That's right.
Mine happens to be an acronym. So SMILE, S, service to others. M, mentoring the next generation of dentists, dental hygienists, dental assistants, and others. I, an ideal smile, something everyone should have and something I can provide, by the way, which makes me feel really good. L, for live life to the absolute fullest. And E, trying to obtain excellence in everything I do. Smile.
That's outstanding. Thank you for sharing. Don't
So-
you think that everyone should have a special word?
I do. I didn't until we met. Didn't really think of it, but it is something that if you think about every day, you're going to go out and try to achieve the goal that this word has set for you.
Absolutely.
Right. And so we're both kind of in the smile business, aren't we?
Yes.
I have to use my hands. You get to use your words.
Yes. True.
So, okay. Excuse me. Oh, and by the way, we always do a Dr. Kvitko's question of the day each week. And my word is going to be a big part of the question of the day. So if you're listening and you want to call in and win flowers in about 3 or 4 minutes, the number you'll be calling will be 614-459-9769. So you might want to hang on to that just in case you want to win some flowers from DeSantis. Okay. So now you also have, along with your program, besides the book, is you have these wristbands.
Yes.
So along the take of What Would Jesus Do, or those wristbands, or Live Strong, you have ones, and it's called, and it's blue. Is it? What?
Yes. Let me hold it up right now.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It says, "What's your word?"
What's your word? Okay. Yeah. And so in school, I imagine the kids can say, "Hey, what's your word? What's your word?" But out and about, it's not that well known yet. But your goal is to make sure it is.
That's true, and it's growing like fire. By the end of this year, we will have impacted 12,000 children, 4 cities, and 2 countries.
Really?
We have some very ambitious plans for 2018 and beyond. We think this becomes a national and a global conversation.
Wow. We're going to talk more about that when we come back from our break. We are going to do Dr. Kvitko's question of the day right now. And before we do, though, we need you to listen to this.
This station will not be held liable for any contesting during The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko. Participation in the contest allows Dr. Kvitko to record and broadcast your name and call. 1 winner per household. Prizes are non-transferable, cannot be substituted, and are subject to taxes and fees. This station cannot be responsible for the inability to enter the contest, whether due to equipment malfunction or telephone difficulties. All decisions of Dr. Kvitko concerning this contest or eligibility are final.
And now it's time for Dr. Kvitko's question of the day.
All right, and today's question is in relation to my special word. Today in the studio with me, my guest is Dwight Smith. He is the founder of My Special Word. And in our discussions this morning, I mentioned what my word is, what my special word is. Which of the following is true about my word? A, my word is smile. B, it is an acronym for Service, Mentoring, Ideal, Live, and Excellence. C, my word is not an acronym. Or D, both A and B are correct, but C is not. All right, the winner's going to receive free flowers. They'll be from DeSantis Florist and delivered to your place of business this Tuesday afternoon. The number to call is 614-459-9769. That's 614-459-9769. So go ahead and call now.
You won't believe it though. I wanna hear your mind, and there's nothing else in the world tonight. She said people don't take the time. Hey, people don't take the time.
Hi, I'm Keith Carlos, winner of America's Next Top Model and star of Chocolate City 2. Look for my smile on the big screen this summer, courtesy of Dr. Kvitko. Stay tuned to The Reasons We Smile with Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of The Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. Did you know that you no longer need to visit several different dental professionals to get more complete dental care? We handle everything from cleanings and orthodontics to restoration, implants, and smile makeovers, all in my office. And now we have 2 locations. Get the most advanced technology and procedures available today. It's more complete dentistry.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
Dr. Kvitko! Let's go!
Hi, this is Richard Simmons. Dr. Kvitko's here, and he's going to help you with all of your problems. Are your teeth yellow? He can fix that. Are you missing a tooth? He can put a new one in. How is that?
That's very good. Thank you, Richard. All right, we're back. We're doing Dr. Kvitko's question of the day. We have callers on the line. I'm going to ask my guest, Dwight Smith, to pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
3? Okay, that's going to be Rose. Hey, Rose, how are you?
Good.
Hey, thank you for listening. Thank you for calling in. Do you have the answer to Dr. Kvitko's question of the day?
What D?
It is D. That's correct. My word is smile, and it is an acronym. So, Rose, what do you do for a living?
I'm retired
From what?
from the Office of Budget and Management. State of
Interesting.
Ohio.
I never let people say they're retired off that easily. It's like you were just doing something.
Yeah, well, I worked 33 years, so I'm pretty...
Good for you. I'm happy that you're retired. I've never met anybody that wasn't happy in their retirement. So,
Yeah.
hey, do you have a special word?
A special word?
Yeah, what would your special word be? I'm sure Dwight wants to know.
Absolutely.
Holy Spirit.
Okay. I think that's kind of two, but we'll go with
smile.
one.
Smile. Smile. There you go.
Anyway, all right. Hey, Rose, stay on the line because we need to get information as to where those flowers from DeSantis can be sent on Tuesday, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, so if you're just joining us, I'm with Dwight Smith. He is the CEO of Sophisticated Systems, which is an IT company. But his favorite thing is to work on my special word, right?
Yes.
So tell me, you're growing the program. Your goal is to have it be worldwide. You already are in 2 countries, right? And the end result is to have what?
Well, I think that if we focus on the words
Yes.
and how children look at themselves and what they aspire to be and support them, if we change the words, we can change the conversation.
Okay.
If we change the conversation, we can change the behaviors.
Okay.
And if we change the behaviors, we can change the world.
So that means there'll be dignitaries from different countries getting along better. There will be, right? Because we'll be communicating better.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I think we would agree that there are simply too many negative words in our society today.
Yes.
So the end goal, and you always are progressive, maybe you never reach the end goal, is to have children all over the world, be it in Columbus or LA or Chicago or New Orleans or Tanzania or London, England, saying, can I tell you who I am?
Okay.
And will you walk with me in that journey? And I always say that if a young child says, my special word is smart,
Okay.
but they don't want to do their homework, then I get to ask the question, but it's not my word for you, it's your word.
Right.
What are you doing to be smart? Now,
Got
on the other side of that, if they say my word is smart, and I'm studying really hard, but I'm struggling, I think we, society, owes that individual, that child, the support to help them become smart.
Right.
So if they own it, we'll support it, and together we will create a very bright future with our young people.
Awesome. That's really cool. And I know that in a lot of ways, for whatever reason, we tend to be divided on different topics, whether it's political, whether it's foreign relations, whatever. And it feels to me like communication is one of the biggest keys to helping us all learn to get along, learn to love each other. And if we can learn to communicate better, then we're all better off. Would you agree?
I would. As a matter of fact, I hear very often that there's never been a better time and a more important time for my special word than this particular moment in our history.
And you've been spreading that word, and tell me about that. You've been going into schools, you've been doing what?
Well, and so, and I want to give a shout out to Courtney Kerrigan. She is our program coordinator. She has just been awesome, along with Renee. But we've been talking to partners, and so many of our partners you may recognize, organizations that have implemented my special word, the KIPP School.
Okay.
They're a partner with ours, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Boys and Girls Club, Junior Achievement. So we've got a lot of organizations that do programs for children that have come along beside us and said, we love the concept, it is empowering, we will take my special word and incorporate it into our programs. So we're scaling very quickly as a result of having some wonderful strategic partners, and many of which I just shared with you, as you know, are national and international in scope.
Right.
Including the Rotaries. Thank you. We met at the Rotary, which was
That's right.
awesome.
Yeah, and Rotary, our motto is service above self.
Yes.
And that's the first word in the word smile, first letter in the word smile. And it's something I've noticed. This is when you give back, you run into a lot of very nice people who are also giving back. It's just a very nice community of folks. Wouldn't you agree?
It is, and it's contagious.
Yes, yes. I've dragged my brother into it. A lot of people around me, not dragged, but included them, and they seem so grateful for it, Sometimes I feel guilty that I feel so good when I'm helping others because I wonder if am I doing it to help them or to help me? But it's okay if we both benefit, right?
I absolutely agree.
No, I don't think anybody would say stop helping people because it makes you feel good. Okay, so now how things are going so far. So you have how many children wearing these wristbands?
12,000 and counting.
Wow.
Matter of fact, we received a request just earlier this week for an additional 900 children in Medina County.
Medina County.
Yeah.
Wow. I grew up in Twinsburg, so that's up in the Cleveland area. I know where that is. Now the book, is the book for sale? Is it on Amazon? Is this something, do the kids get one when they sign up for the program? How does this book tie in?
We'd love to raise enough funding where we could give a book to every child. It is available on Amazon, and there are 2 books. The one that I held up earlier, My
Right.
Special Word, and then there's another book. Though that book is for children in kindergarten and first grade. It's a picture book, and it's really awesome. The second book, which I'll hold up right now,
Okay.
is called What's My Word? And this is written for children in the 3rd or 4th grade. And it's a story about a young lady named Rachel in search of her own special word. It's wonderful. It's a chapter book, the first of many to follow. So 2 books currently available on Amazon. And we also were very blessed to have our book launch at Gramercy Bookstore down in Bexley. And I remember they said that evening, if you can get 50 people to show up and hear the story, we'll call it success.
Okay.
We had standing room only.
Wow.
We were hoping to sell 20 books that evening. We sold 158.
Wow.
And it's coming along very well. And now some of our funding partners are stepping in saying, I'd like to buy books for the children. Every elementary school, and there are 76 in Columbus, Ohio, all were gifted, thank you to a generous Rotarian, 2 of the My Special Word books in every elementary school. Same is true with the Columbus Public Library, the finest library in the land. There are My Special Word books in each of the 23 locations of the Columbus Metropolitan Library.
Wow, congratulations. That's awesome.
We need to do that nationally.
Yeah, it looks like we're up against another break.
Okay,
so we're going to talk more about My Special Word when we come back. I'm with Dwight Smith of My Special Word, also CEO and president of Sophisticated Systems, and we'll be right back.
You can't take me as I am, not just a little bit. I don't know who to be. I'm a paper cup, baby, on the sea. I know you see it too, 'cause you're too much for me.
This is Clark Kellogg. Stay tuned for more of Dr. Kvitko.
Estás escuchando con Dr. Kvitko aquí en su estación favorita.
Hi, I'm Dominique Reichert. Like what you hear? Why not use the show to promote your product or service by becoming a sponsor? Call 614-262-9588 to learn how. That's 614-262-9588. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kvitko, general dentist and host of the Reasons We Smile radio and roadshow. I've been honored to help several famous people get a perfect smile, like Keith Carlos and Dominique Reigard from America's Next Top Model, and Ted the Golden Voice Williams from right here in Columbus. Isn't it time you had a celebrity smile? It costs less than you might think, and most of the time, it can be done in one visit. A new smile can make a world of difference.
Visit worldsmostinterestingdentist.com for more info about Dr. Kvitko.
I'm Grandpa, and I go to Dr. Kvitko, and I still have all my teeth. Real ones. Where's my glasses?
All right, we're back. I'm Dr. Kvitko. This is The Reasons We Smile, episode number 512. By the way, that's one a week for 512 weeks. What is that, almost 10 years or something like that? I think 520 is the 10th anniversary, right?
Yes.
So we are, 8 shows away from our 10th anniversary. I'm pretty excited and kind of proud about that. And so we are with Dwight Smith, and we're talking about My Special Word. And so what is what excites you most about My Special Word program?
Seeing how it resonates with the children. And if I can give you an example.
Sure.
So we visited KIPP. KIPP had 300 children in kindergarten and first grade go through a program they developed around My Special Word last year.
Okay.
In May, we were invited over to a school assembly, and to see these children with their wristbands, and they lined up, and they passed a microphone, and each child, there were about 20 that came and lined up front, and they said, "Let me tell you who I am. My name is John.
Right.
My word is family.
Right.
The reason is I love my brothers and sisters. This is how I'm living it out." And everyone would smile, and then they'd pass that mic to the next person. But to see the children so excited about something they created that they own is very, very exciting.
Wow, that's really cool. And I was thinking too, for the longest time I had misunderstood the word awfully, meaning if I wanted to say it's awfully nice of you, I would say it's awful nice of you. Well, one day I'm writing that and I'm going, wait a minute, this can't be the right word because I'm starting the sentence with the word awful. And so I looked it up and realized I was missing the Y, and it's awfully. So no, words are so important. And I'll tell you what, I think that if we could communicate better, I think wars would be a thing of the past. I think all of this discord and everything that we see in the evening news would go away. I really do. I think it's the biggest challenge that we face in society. What do you think?
I agree. And I think sooner is better. You know, I mentioned earlier about changing the conversation and changing the behavior. I think we ought to love, honor, and respect one another.
Right.
And I think the reason my special word, by the way, is working out so well is because it's so simple and because it's impactful.
It is. It is. It very much is. And like I said, it took me a little bit to actually grasp the concept. But once I did, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. This is really cool. Because we have raised a bunch of children unknowingly who think the world revolves around them. So we've gone a little overboard at times, right? Would you agree? But we need the children to have a vision, to be proud of themselves and want to grow up and be an upstanding citizen, a happy, well-adjusted adult. And I believe this is a great place to start. And you're finding partners who believe the same thing. Tell me about some of the partners.
So I'd like to share, you and I met at a Rotary meeting.
Yes.
And I just am amazed at the great work the Rotarians are doing around the world. But one of the great things they do is they do the dictionary program, as you are well aware of.
That's right. I've done that personally. Yes.
And every year, every third grader in Columbus Public Schools, I think just over 5,000, they get a dictionary.
A free dictionary that they're allowed to encourage to put their name in it.
And I think it's, in many cases, it may be the very first book that child owns of their own.
Right.
So this year, coupled with my special word, as the Rotarians distributed over 5,000 dictionaries full of words.
Right.
The children also got a wristband that said, "What's your word?" and a bookmark, which I have here.
Yeah, show me.
That says, "My name is," fill in the blank, "my special word is," fill in the blank, "because," and then it says, "Write it, value it, own it, live it, share it, be it." 5,000 children in Columbus. Thank you to the Rotarians for making that happen. We'd love to do that all across the country, so every child that gets a dictionary.
Oh, that's neat.
When you look inside that book of words, think about who you are and how special you are.
That's neat. That's very neat. We, when I go out and I give the kid, we don't just drop off the books, by the way. We go into the classroom and we talk about the book. We have them flip to page 89, or I have them look up the word floss. I have them look up the word floss because people don't realize it's not just dental floss. There's that floss in corn husk, right? There's the floss that you embroider with. So the point is that we're explaining that there's more to the word floss than just that. It looks like we're up against the end of the show, actually. And so, am I right? That's all the time we have. He's looking at me like, don't you know the show's over? Anyway.
Thank you for allowing me to be with you this morning.
You're very welcome. Do you any contact information you'd like to throw out real quick?
Oh, sure. So I encourage you to visit our website,
okay,
www.myspecialword.com. And oh, by the way, if you go to the website and click on the resources page, there's a video entitled Student, 2.5 minutes. Take a look at it.
Okay, got it. All right, that's all the time we have. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Dr. Kvitko and visit my office Facebook page and like us. It's Dr. Kvitko and Associates. Remember that all past episodes, complete with video, are available at thereasonswesmile.com. Be sure to tune in next week and every week right here on your favorite station. Goodbye.
Thank you.
This is Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the hit show on VH1, urging you to tune in next week with my dentist, Dr. Kvitko.
If you're interested in learning more about this and other dental health topics, go to thereasonswesmile.com to access full episodes of Dr. Kvitko's show.
If you'd like Dr. Kvitko, the world's most interesting dentist, to speak at your next event, please call 614-262-9588. That's 614-262-9588, or send an email to speak